FULLFACE here, coming at you live and direct from Bunbury, Western Australia. How are we all doing? I hope you're all good. Thought I'd sneak out for a quick motovlog. Just finished work, got a little bit of time before the sun goes down. It's probably already pretty dark now in the footage, but it's not too bad. I'm gonna have a quick chat about Ride, the video game coming out basically on the 20th of March, 10 more days apparently, according to EB Games. I sort of noticed it was coming out a while ago, a good couple of months ago. Thought, ooh, a good riding game. So unlike, it's made by Milestone, so it's the same guys who make the MotoGP titles and all that sort of stuff. But this one's going to be based on street bikes and you know, all your road bikes from your major manufacturers and a few lesser known manufacturers. It's going to be a bit like the old Tourist Trophy from 2005, made by Polyphony, which is the same guys who make Gran Turismo. So I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. I don't hear much, I haven't seen much on the forums or much talk or much hype about it, even on, well, I'm going to sneak through here, on the motorcycle forums or the game forums or sites. So I'm a bit surprised about that, but I'm pretty damn excited. I'll put a little link in the description to the website, which hasn't got a lot of information itself. They do post probably once or twice, once every week or 2 weeks, they'll post either a new bike reveal or a new track reveal or a new bit of gameplay footage. And there's a little bit of that on the site, and I think there's a lot more on their Facebook. But yeah, it's looking really good. And it's got a lot of different bikes. Supposed to have over 100 bikes, over 20 tracks or something like that. So, and they're going to be street course. It's going to be like Forza Horizon sort of style, where you're going through the streets instead of going on dedicated race tracks. But it looks really good. So I'm really looking forward to that. Look at that sunset. We caught it just at the right time. Look at that. I'm glad I put my glasses on. Oh, I should just stop here, shouldn't I? It's coming. But yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of sort of bike games like that, and Tourist Trophy was the last one that had sort of, you know, all your different model street bikes. I love those simulation style games like your Gran Turismo and your Forza Motorsport and your Forza Horizon and stuff like that. Gran Turismo originally, number 1 on PlayStation 1, is what originally got me into cars all those years ago. So I have a great love for Gran Turismo, and when Tourist Trophy came out, man, I was all over it. I wasn't into road bikes at the time, but I really liked the Gran Turismo format, and that was Gran Turismo for bikes. So I mean, I've completed that game a couple of times and then deleted the save game and played it again, sort of thing. That's just something I really wanted to have a quick chat about today. What do you guys think about it? Are you getting excited for it? Have you already pre-ordered it? I mean, I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but I mean, it's only 10 days to go. I'll give it another couple of days. I'll probably go and see which place has the best pre-order packs, because sometimes they do stuff like that. I haven't heard of any yet, but I'm sure there's some coming, so I might wait and see. That is not very cool. Might wait and see if there's a couple of good pre-order packs. I heard one is the new R1M and the new R1, but I'm not sure what retailer it's at. Oh, a bit of a photo shoot. And the other thing I wanted to talk about quickly, if we've still got enough light, is when anyone's have the bike taken into either the dealership or a mechanic, or you know, someone who does some sort of work on it, and it comes back either with a problem or a fault of some sort, you know. I'll tell you a quick story and why I'm bringing this up. On this bike, when I bought it, the rear tyre was pretty average. It had, I think, a Bridgestone on the back and a Pirelli Sport Demon on the front. And the back one was really worn out. I mean, it was squared off and it was almost out of tread. So I did the thing, I rang around a few places, got some prices, and where I am is a bit of a lot smaller town than Perth here. And there's not a whole bunch of bike shops compared to. And the prices I was getting here were close to $100 more expensive just for a rear tyre to be fitted to my bike. I rang around in Perth, which I've mentioned before, is about 200 kilometers from here, and got a price that was $169 fitted while I wait, which I thought was pretty good. So I thought, you know, it only cost me maybe 20 bucks or something like that to get up there, and I'll make a day of it. I'll have a ride, I'll take a mate, and we'll go and have a look at some other stuff, and while my bike's getting work done, I'll jump on the back of his bike and we'll go into town, you know, have lunch or something. So we did that. Anyhow, cut to the chase. I got it done. It was great. I got home, put my bike away. At this point, I wasn't using my bike full time, so I'd put it away, and during my pre-ride sort of check, I noticed I was missing the whole chain tensioner assembly. Not the whole thing, but most of it. And that's not something that generally comes off, and the only person that had touched my bike was the guys who put the tyre on that weekend before. I'd only ridden it home, and then maybe around here once or something like that. I mean, that wasn't great. I had to fish around and call up, and ended up having to drive back. I needed it pretty desperately that week, so I had to ride up to Mandurah with a mate and get one ASAP. And the guy at the shop actually took one off another bike. They're not easy to come by. Then people don't just have that sort of thing laying around for ninjas here. You know? Who else has that sort of problems? I mean, I didn't end up doing much about it because it was a week later, and it was a bit of a hassle. And to be honest, I'm a bit shy like that. I mean, I don't want to cause a hassle. I know I probably should have, and even, to be honest, both of the dealers that I talked to about it to try and get a new one on the spot said, man, you should call them up and at least let them know. But anyhow, I didn't. And yeah, what experiences have you had like that? I mean, that's fairly minor, but it could have been a lot worse. If for whatever reason the wheel got loose, could have caused an accident, and it could have been real bad. But it was caught in time, and nothing happened. But I'm not going to mention the place. And I didn't start this to badmouth them or anything like that. I just thought it was a good topic. That's all. This is a pretty rare occasion for me. Usually I'll do all the work on my bikes and cars myself. Not just because I'm a cheapskate, but I mean, I have no reason not to do it myself, unless it's something that I either need it straight away, or you know, there's not that much of a price difference or something like that. I'll end up generally doing it myself. But this time I thought, you know what, I'll make a day of it. It was cheap enough. It was actually cheaper to get it fitted there than it would have been to just get a tyre and even have the struggle of trying to put the tyre on and take the wheel off myself and all that sort of stuff here. So that's why I did it that way that time. But I ended up having issues, so yeah. That's probably going to be me for today. It's getting dark and I know how bad this footage gets really quickly in low light. This is only a Hero 2 and it's not great with that sort of stuff. So yeah, that'll be Full Face out. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment. Subscribe. See ya.